going on, guys? It's Chad back here on the YouTubes because I want to talk about a big change that's going on in my life and how that's actually somewhat changing in a positive way this channel and all sorts of the other things that I do. Also, can I just say, how crazy is it how good the microphone, not the microphone's right there, the camera on my iPhone is. You know, if I just go back and forth to my webcam, I'm shooting this on Ecamm Live. Now you can really see the difference of like no settings at all. It's wild how good your phone can do things. Also, I'm old enough to get bifocals now, and you can see that. Like these are pretty thick. I'm blind as a bat, but I'm getting used to bifocals. So if you see me do this, it's me trying to look up at you. Anyway, that's enough. Just kind of random all the things. But I'm Chad Brooks. I'm a pastor here in Louisiana, and I make videos about the Bible, the spiritual life, and the everyday life of a pastor. And I actually have a decently large change to talk about that I want to share with you that's going to affect the channel and some other things. And it's this. You know, many people know for the last couple of years I've been bivocational. I've been splitting my time up working as a pastor in a couple of small rural churches that are, 30, 40 miles away from where I live. I worked for a company called and still do technically, for a company called Passion and Partnership as a development coach and as a clergy coach. So did a bunch of work with them. Had a private coaching practice, the podcast Productive Pastor, which shows up on this stream, and did all sorts of stuff inside of that. And for the last 9 or 10 months, I've been working with the Louisiana Conference United Methodist Church as their congregational vitality strategist. If you follow me on Twitter or X or Twix, you know that I've been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of researching, and writing about what does congregational health and growth look like in our current moment? And one of the reasons I've been talking about this so much is I've been doing, a decent amount of my job, helping United Methodist churches in Louisiana understand what congregational health looks like and growth and sustainability and all that sort of thing. And in July, I'm actually doing that full time. I'm stepping out of the local church completely. I'm not going to be doing nearly as much stuff with Productive Pastor and the coaching practice and all that, and I'll be working primarily full-time with the Louisiana Conference as the full-time strategist, and I am extremely stoked about this. Y'all, this is dream job type territory things. I remember thinking years ago, I would really like to have that job. That'd be a cool job to have, and I've got that job, and I'm super stoked for it. But there's a couple of things that it's been making me think about. One is, for the first time in 15 years, I won't be preaching weekly. I kind of don't know what to do with that. And there's been some other avenues I've thought about taking as we go through with this, but I've realized that, none of those are really what I want to do, or they might take too much of a time commitment to try to put together. And so instead I've realized I'm probably just going to kind of put more energy and effort into video again, because out of all the places that I'm online, I've spent time online, YouTube really is the place I have the most fun. Now, of course, there are the trolls, and the trolls always come out. That's kind of part of YouTube. Like if you're going to play in YouTube land, you're going to have to play with the trolls. That just happens, especially if you're on a religion or a Bible account. That just happens. But I realized that I love the storytelling aspect. I love the community relationship that happens in YouTube. Like all the ways that we can have fun parties down in the comment bar, that sort of piece, but also wanting to expand out some of the things that I've done, because usually this channel I uploaded the Productive Pastor episodes into it just for not to have confusion, but talked about Bibles mainly and some devotional, some spiritual life, that sort of a thing. I'm going to keep on going in deep into that. In fact, I've got a couple of videos I've already working on them in the pipeline with right now. But I'm going to be putting off for a little while, and I'm about to tell you why I'm putting that off for a little while, is this, and also kind of goes into the couple changes. There's 2 changes I might see happen here on the channel. Number one, I might just start making more videos about the Christian life and talking about things, because like I said, I'm getting used to what does it mean to not be preaching weekly for the first time in 15 years. So I'm not saying I'm going to be writing sermons for YouTube, but don't be surprised if you start seeing more of those type videos of just, I don't want to call them theology videos or anything like that. But also looking at it from an apologetics or evangelistic background, realizing people might be asking questions about life that Scripture and that the church can answer, and they might be finding them here. Second thing is I am going to be making some more ministry productivity and strategy videos going forward, because that is so much of my life. And people always ask me, hey, Chad, do you have a video on X? Well, I don't, because I've never had a place to put them, because I've tried to keep that off of this channel, but it's going to go on this channel now. I thought about having multiple channels, about doing that, and I've realized, no, I've kind of always been this like single brand, like you get me, you get all of me type things. And so don't be surprised if those pop on there. So the two videos I have in the pipeline right now that I've started working on, but I'm going to have to back burner for a little while, is this. I've got a video about daily Bible reading that I'm really, really excited about doing. The script's already written. I've started doing some of the filming for it, but I'm pausing it for right now. I also have started a video on how to keep a spiritual journal. Here's my latest one right here about how to do this. Again, pausing that for the moment, putting that on the back burner. I've already started some of the production for it because of this, and this is where this does kind of come into the other things I do. As part of Productive Pastor, I've created several courses for ministry leaders. And what I normally do on like the big holiday weekends where most people who sell things online put things at a discount is they just put things at a discount. And I did that for last Black Friday because I had multiple courses for the first time, and I put them in a discount, did a bundle, sold some, made some money. But what I've decided to do rather than just discounting existing things is for the big weekends. The big sale weekends, let's call them Memorial Day, Labor Day, and Black Friday, all the way through Cyber Monday. One of the things I think I'm going to start doing now is creating very specific content exactly for that weekend. And once that weekend is over, that course is no longer available, at least for 12 months. And I'm working on that like feverishly. This past weekend, I got my whole launch sequence designed for what that looks like. And it's all about how to use and how to create your perfect planner for ministry. And some other folks are out there have tried to do this. There's somebody else who actually is trying to create a ministry planner and is very, very close to things I've been saying and using for over a decade. But that's all I'm going to say about that. But if you think this sounds interesting and you want to keep up with this, the best way to do that is to subscribe to my Productive Pastor email list. I'm going to put a link to that in the comments below because that's where you will find out about the wait list. And you'll probably see another video or two over the next few weeks about how to use templates and planners and that kind of stuff because I'm wrapping everything up all together. But that's it. That's the video. I wanted to come in and say things and do things and be here in this space today to talk about these changes because these changes are fun. These changes are exciting. These changes in some ways are like dreams for me, but that also then begins to affect channel changes and what that might look like. So until the next video, I'm Chad. If you want to find out about this Memorial Day course and you want to make sure you can get this, sign up at my email list below. And I'll even send you my free day sheet. I'll put that link in there. I've got a free day sheet that I've given away for over 10 years. And I'll give that to you if you want to find out more about this. And so that link will be in the show notes. And I'll see you back in the next video. And make sure, remember, let's hang out in the comments and talk together because that's my favorite part of YouTube anyway. Unless you're a troll, and then you might get blocked. But anyway, I will see you next time.